Victor here. Basically going to try and do a totally different video today, and what I've been trying to do is to get ready to do some like live kind of streaming. So this is just a little setup play up that I'm just playing around with just to see if we can get it so we can have different camera angles and stuff like that. So instead of going live and me messing it all up and wasting everybody's time, I thought, well, we'll have a go at doing it and recording it. Then if it works, I'll upload it to YouTube, and then if everyone's interested, I'll start doing some live videos. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to be doing is going to be looking at this Papercraft Society box. I'm not sure if I actually did do a haul video on this, but I know I haven't actually used this product whatsoever as yet. I've been dying to use it and I've just not had the time, and I thought this is the perfect time to get one of these Papercraft Society boxes out. This is one of my top favourites. There's two of them are favourites and both are from the same company, which is Pretty Gets Gritty. So yes, that's what I thought we'd do. Just do a little tiny sampler thing of this, see what we can create. I've not really got an idea of what I'm going to create, but let's dive in and have a go. Well, definitely epic fail on this first attempt of doing one of these, as unfortunately I had two mics going on at the same time whilst I was talking, so there was just so much echo. It would not have been an enjoyable video to actually have watched at all. So I'm just going to get into this now, and I'm basically just going to have to do a voiceover just so that the video footage isn't just wasted and I've just not wasted products and wasted my time. So first of all, I just share with you what's actually in this actual box. I'm pretty certain there is a haul showing you in more detail on my YouTube with this box. So if you want to go and check that out, please feel free. And if I do recall and remember, I will pop a link in the description box for you to save you having to go looking. So that was the first half of the box that I was just showing you, and then this is the main bit of the box, and it all comes in this lovely carriage, and it's got 3 pockets in here which is showing you dies and stamps, papers, just absolute galore enough products here. Absolutely beautiful. Like these Paper Society boxes are well worth every bit of penny. So then we're going to go into the demonstration, and basically I've just chosen 2 sheets of the paper and just cut a little bit off of each, and I'm just tearing these up in little pieces, and then I'm adding some glue from Tonic Studio, which is the craft tacky glue, and just rubbing this in with my fingers and then attaching all these teared pieces up. I did choose 2 different patterns, although on the camera it's not really showing you that much. I did tear too much too, so but I'm just saying we can save that for a further project. And then I'm just adding a little bit more of that glue over the top, so if any pieces have not been glued, then it will help adhere them. And then I'm speeding up the process of drying with a heat tool. And then we're going to go into the stamps, and we're going to take the beautiful butterfly stamp and stamp this up. But prior, because this is a new one, I did decide to prime it using the Watermark ink pad from Spectrum Noir, and while that was doing its magic, I'm just going around the tag and to basically removing any of the excess pieces of paper. Then I'm going to use the Distress Archival Black Soot ink pad. You've not really used this ink pad before, to be honest, so I thought give it a go. And this little device I'm using actually isn't a device from AliExpress, which I've seen many YouTubers use. It's actually off my son's air hockey game that he no longer uses. He said he couldn't even remember where he put the table, so he had 2 of these pucks, so I thought I would use them. And they work a treat, if I'm honest. And then decided to stamp up one of the sentiments and some of the cogs as well in the same ink pad, and then clean all them off. And then we're going to come in with the gesso that's in the kit as well, and the brush. I have to say this brush is lovely, and I'm just putting a little bit of gesso here and there, and then I do actually water down the gesso that's on the glass mat One, because I really wanted it a little more translucent, and this really works a treat, and two, it saves it going to waste, to be honest, because it's obviously water based, so it does, once it dries quickly, but adding that water gives it that little extra bit of life. And I'm just going to heat tool that again to just speed up the drying process. And then I did decide to come in with the Aqua marker from Spectrum Noir, but I decided this after stamping the butterfly, and what I should have done was stamp it on watercolour cardstock, because I just didn't get the effect I was after using this pen on this cardstock. This is the stamping cardstock from Crafter's Companion. It was okay, but it didn't, obviously, it didn't bleed out as such. And I just basically put the colour here and there. I didn't want the whole butterfly coloured, I just wanted spots of colour here and there on the actual butterfly. And I just come in with the watercolour pen, but like I say, it didn't move. I even attempted to put the water down first and it didn't move, but like, it was my error, no one else's error. And then we're going to cut the butterfly out, and then I think we cut out the sentiment as well. I could have actually used the die for this, but I was being just a bit too lazy. I didn't really want to get the die cutting machine out, but hey ho, it still worked alright. And like I said, we're just gonna cut this out freehand, not using a cutting tool or anything. And then I decided to use this hexagon stamp, and we're coming in with the quick drying ink pads in from the Harmony, and it's Midnight and Oasis, but I start off using the Oasis one first, just in case that Midnight was too dark. I do really like these Spectrum Noir ink pads, and the fact that they're only like £4, I think it is, because I'm a platinum member, is just amazing. And then I do decide to come in with that Midnight to give the extra depth, and I do like the two tones of the blues. It really stands out. I really enjoyed using it. And then for the sentiment, I'm just using this ink pad from one of the Papercraft Society boxes. I don't think it was from this one, but it's still from a Papercraft Society box. And I'm just edging down that sentiment basically. And then in it, I didn't actually show the stencil in the preview in the beginning, but because it was on the side and I forgot about it. But we're just going to, it did come with this kit, and we're just going to use the mousse from Nuvo, and it is the embellishment mousse, and it's in Snowstorm. And I'm just placing that in random places, and then using the heat tool to speed that heat drying time up. And then we're coming in with the butterfly, and I decided I wanted some shape to this butterfly, so we're going to take the bone folder and just gently bone fold this and give it some shape. And I am going gently because it is a 300 GSM cardstock, so I don't want to get a crease. I want to get a nice bend to it, not a crease. So you do have to go gently with the more sturdier cardstocks. And then I'm just putting some random glitter, some glue down for the glitter, and I'm not filling the whole butterfly, I'm just putting little bits of dots here and there. It was struggling to come out of this, to be honest, and that's why it looks like I'm doing it for ages, but because I was. And then we're using the Deco Art Glamour Dust. I absolutely love this glitter, it's amazing, and it is in one of my hauls. And that's the butterfly. How pretty does it look? Then I'm taking a old nail file and I'm just buffering up out the edges to distress it a little bit more. I'm not going too crazy with it because it didn't need it. And then I decided I was going to go around the edges to distress even more with Chipped Sapphire in the Distress Inks. And then I'm just laying down the pieces that I've got to see how I want them looking, and to see what else I needed. I did pull out the cogs from the stamps that I did, and we decided to colour them in with the luster pens from Spectrum Noir. And as I was doing it, I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling this, to be honest. So we do something else, but before we do that, I decide that I'm going to add some spray, the Distress Spray Stain from Tim Holtz when it's in brush pewter. Jeez, cannot get my words out, can I? And we're just going to dry that off. And then I just did go out and use the cogs and die cutted those off camera, and added those in instead. They was much better than the stamped ones in my opinion from what I was going to do. I don't know what I was thinking, and plus it gives that extra dimension. Once I'm happy with the cogs, I put the black ones down, and then I do take this Pretty Amazing cream in red, which is from Pretty Gets Gritty as well, and I just add a little bit of it over the top just to give some extra texture and dimension. And although this is red, it still really fits in because it's so subtle, and on the black it just looks so cool. And then I decided I wanted some movement in my sentiment, so I just used the bone folder again, put some shape into that, and then I glued them in place. And then I just added a few more cogs to the corners because I felt like the corner needed something in there. So I just added a few more cogs, and then I decided it needed a couple of gems, and then that was the project done really. So I hope you like this, and I'm really sorry about the voiceover thing, but hopefully next time we will get it right. What do you guys think of this, and how you enjoying this new video? Yes, that was my first attempt at trying to record what I would do for like a live and stuff like that. So if you have enjoyed this video, honestly I would really appreciate any feedback. Doesn't matter if it's negative feedback, because I'm going to grow with negative feedback. I do like, obviously I've only been doing this for a few months now, and I am really happy over how it's going. Yes, I haven't hit thousands of subscribers. I never thought in a million years I would. To be honest, I didn't even think I would hit 100 subscribers, which I did hit. So to me that's a really big deal. Maybe not to others, but to me it is, and I appreciate each and every one of you that do actually watch my videos. And if you did like this video and you think it may be something that you could get into, maybe give me some hints and tips of what it is you'd actually like to see me do. I do feel like maybe I should have done a bit of preparation for this, because I'm so used to just recording my videos how I want to record them and editing it later on, which I will edit this one because there is bits where I'm having to pop out and stuff, so, and you don't want to sit there watching that, to be fair. And basically, yeah, it's just trial and error really. But this is the very first time I've done this setup, and I'm probably going to learn a lot more on the way, so I'm not going to get it the first time. So, and end of the day, we're all on a learning journey here, and a creative one hopefully. So I have to say thank you to Craft Stash and to Lynette Jasper, who does Pretty Gets Gritty, for this amazing box. I mean, I did purchase this box, by the way, and I most definitely will be keeping an eye out for any future boxes made by Pretty Gets Gritty. There, no, can't get my words out, because both boxes I've had from them have been amazing. I've had a lot of boxes, and to be fair, they've all been really good, but this just really sings to me, this particular like brand. And also the Lou Collins one, that I really enjoyed that one as well. Though I'm saying I enjoy it, I've not actually done anything with it yet, but I enjoy looking at the goods inside. So yeah, so I'm going to leave it there because I feel like this video is probably going to be quite long, and hopefully you did enjoy it. And please comment, subscribe, and I shall see you in the next video. Bye.